Hey, welcome to Generation X3, the show that asks the simple question, can a baby boomer actually have a conversation with millennials when they're all at the same table? We'll find out with this story. There's absolutely no stopping the Happy Meal, apparently, and this is Andrej, this is your story, right?
Yeah.
Apparently San Francisco is, by being a meddling governments, decided that by giving kids toys in the Happy Meal, they're encouraging people to eat McDonald's food, which everybody at this table, with the exception of Eddie, finds fine. The food is not that bad, right?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I'm not saying it's healthy, but it tastes delicious.
So what's the point of the story?
So basically what they did was ban the giving of toys with Happy Meals, and then McDonald's went around and started charging 10 cents for the toy. So pretty much just...
So really it just benefited them.
Yeah.
They're now
So they made an
making
extra
more
dime.
money.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is the San Francisco government?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are retarded.
This happened first in like Stanford or something like that.
Why are they trying to
Stanford,
tell us what we
Connecticut?
can eat?
No, I mean like down there, you know.
It's Palo Alto.
Yeah.
May I ask all of you, is San Francisco really struggling with obesity? Come on.
I mean, there's a lot of obese people.
I think
Where?
I think this country's struggling with
Have you?
obesity, but
You don't ride public transportation?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
I would like
well.
to take a poll and
Then
see
you
how
should
many
know.
city office workers are obese. How many people work in City Hall are a bit on the poorly side?
Come on, there's all these hills. You can't be.
Isn't this some sort of an anti-capitalist kind of thing where you're determining that people should? You got a company in your city that's paying taxes, and they're not breaking any laws that I know of, but because you personally think it's a bad thing to eat at this place, you decide to handicap them by saying they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do this, when you're not saying that to anybody else.
Honestly, who is actually elects these politicians and is stoked on it?
I don't know who.
These people are wasting time telling us about Happy Meals.
You know, in Berkeley, it is the place that's responsible largely for the fact that the containers are no longer made out of the styrofoam. They used to be. When you went to any of these places, you'd go and there'd be a styrofoam container, and they've determined that this is bad for the environment, and so they've gone to these kind of paper-like containers that are kind of they get soggy real quick if they get wet, and they're
horrible.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but I think that's a different issue. Ecological things it affects everyone unintentionally. You're making a choice here to go get a Happy Meal.
If I want my child to have a Happy Meal, that's my choice.
But if it's determined that this Happy Meal is not good for kids.
You know what? People who can't afford anything except for Happy Meals for their kids are now paying a dime more.
Yeah.
Well, it's not good
That's
for
what
the
happened.
kids. However, there's substitutes like apples and milk and juices instead of sodas and fries.
May I say, in Europe, you can, when you order a meal at McDonald's, you can substitute fries for apples.
That's what I just said.
I know, but I've never seen that here. I've never seen it here.
I don't have any money and I don't go to this
Really?
crappy place. There's
Never.
plenty of alternatives for parents, but
What? I've never seen that.
it's just retarded. You know what happened with this? This is how dumb the city council is. So they tried to move the Occupy people. They came out with this thing, we're gonna shut you down. We're moving you out to the mission. And the Occupy people go, no, we're not going anywhere. And the city council's like, okay, fine.
Yeah. They arrested 2 people because 2 people got rowdy when they tried to come out, and then they were like,
Why are we talking
okay.
about the Occupy again?
Okay, fine. Let's get back to Happy Meals. Let's get back to harassing parents.
Let's get back to some of the usage that the millennials tend to find just kind of almost in a cliche manner. You keep saying retarded to indicate something that's of a negative nature. So like these guys this is a retarded, or they're retarded.
They're mentally challenged.
So what do you think that you notice that this is a politically incorrect term?
Yeah.
Do you appreciate the fact that people, or do you just think it's
Political
bogus?
correctness
You think it's
is for
bogus?
weenies.
Oh my God.
But would you be like, would you ever say like, that's gay?
Actually, you know what? I
I mean,
say
like,
it all the time.
you do?
I don't know.
You call things gay?
Maybe. I think that if you're, I mean, you have to be
You know
somewhat-
or you don't know?
I don't know. I don't pay attention that much. I think there's a very good chance.
He doesn't even know what he says, obviously.
But I mean, okay, you're right. You have to have some sort of sensitivity.
Why?
And actually, I have said retarded.
Why don't you say take the other side of the argument? Say, what difference does it make?
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, you're using the
Be
word
the
all the time.
devil's advocate.
Well, I'm just wondering if you could do that.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
So there's no.
So there's
you
no
can't be like,
upside.
I don't mean any harm by it, but
I don't
you don't
mean
mean
harm
harm
by
by it. But some people would take offense to it.
So do you think it's a good or a bad thing?
You know what? Actually, someone came up to me one time and said, I have a brother who's mentally ill, and I appreciate that you don't say that word around
Mentally
me.
ill?
Whatever, mentally challenged.
Okay. And
Not-
so
not-
he told you to stop saying, because
He
you were
said-
at a bar
they
using the word,
politely
these guys
asked.
are retarded,
Yeah,
this retarded,
and I
that's
said, I'm
retarded."
sorry.
You said
I won't, yeah.
And you said you
I
won't
didn't
do it
mean
again.
anything by it, yeah.
Did you say you won't
So
do it?
absolutely
I'm
cordial.
not scolding you here, and I'm not here to
Yeah.
do that. I'm just trying to understand the mechanism, because that's what I do. But now,
what
do you ever use anything, any terms that would be a little probably off, would be off color in a
Probably.
politically correct sense?
Probably, yeah.
Well, crazy is what is crazy? Crazy
Okay.
is not
Crazy is never,
Loco.
no one's ever criticized the word crazy.
Well, but I think they should.
Because
Well, there you go.
crazy people can't,
There we go, crazy people.
can't defend themselves. They're loco.
Like, how many terms do you know for it?
Loco.
But I don't know. If we sensitize everything, we don't have anything to say. It's true. How do you describe anything?
Well, you could say that these the people who put this law together, for example, that you were complaining about, are. You could say that.
That might offend an out.
Well, I don't think that this type of person can
Hey.
be offended.
No, an
That
actual
offends
physical.
me.
It might offend it.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Yeah.
so. Not that we want to get lewd on this show and explore the ramifications of the language. But yeah, there's plenty of ways you can say anything you want to say. There's, adjectives.
Like
There's
what?
homonyms. There's
What would you call me?
surfer.
If you wanted to call me a moron, what would you call me?
Eddie.
Well, if I wanted to call you a moron.
And you can't use the word moron.
I have there's probably thousands of ways of doing that.
Go for it.
Ignoramus.
You're an idiot.
Okay, it's easy. Okay, I'm like,
What did you say?
Ignoramus.
You're an ignoramus.
You're an ignoramus.
You're a doofus.
okay. These city council folk are ignoramuses. Ignorami.
I don't want to.
Ignorami.
To be honest about it, I'm just kind of killing.
Yeah.
Where
trying to
did
make
this
segment
go?
longer because it wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. But okay, so we discussed the language. We won't have to do that anymore. You've been watching Generation X3.